I am going to hit the content warning before this next story. You want to talk about awkward tones? You want to talk about awkward? I've got an awkward story for you. A Michigan judge tried to block an abortion rights measure. His ex-wife, I'm sorry, I called her his mistress earlier. I hadn't read the whole story. His ex-wife says he helped her get an abortion in college. Brian Zahra is up for re-election to Michigan Supreme Court, with a prominent anti-abortion group spending heavily to boost his candidacy. When Brian Zahra learned that he'd impregnated his 20-year-old girlfriend in May of 1983, he grabbed the yellow pages, found an abortion clinic in the Detroit suburbs, and made an appointment, the woman told NBC News in an interview last month. They were of the same mind regarding what to do about the pregnancy and did not discuss other options, according to Alyssa Jones, who went by her maiden name, Alyssa Watson, at the time. On May 18th that year, Jones said Zahra drove her to the clinic and paid for her abortion. Well, at least he paid for it. As they sat in the car afterwards, Jones, then a sophomore in college, hung her head and wept, feeling the conflicting emotions of a life-changing experience. Zahra, she said, seemed frustrated that she was upset and that he couldn't console her. He yelled at her, she recalled, "If you didn't want to do this, why did we do this?" Sir, they're just emotional. It's a hormonal thing. They're just emotional after the procedure. Zahra, then a 23-year-old, but like, people don't know that. I didn't know that when my girlfriend had an abortion when I was 19. And I handled it completely wrong, so who am I to bitch at him? I'm grateful I had a choice, and I think he's grateful he had a choice, Jones said in an interview. Exactly. In early September, 39 years after Jones said she terminated the pregnancy, Zahra voted to block a ballot initiative known as Proposal 3 that would enshrine abortion rights in the Michigan Constitution, arguing in a dissenting opinion that insufficient spacing between some words on the petition rendered it incompatible with Michigan law. According to campaign finance records, a prominent anti-abortion group in the state is currently spending to help him win another term. Zahra did not respond to detailed questions, but 5 hours after NBC News first contacted him Monday, he called Jones and left a voice message. "Alyssa, this is Brian," Zahra said. "I was contacted by a Washington reporter today who asked me some questions about you on a voicemail. I haven't called back. I'd like to talk to you." And apparently she gave it to NBC News. Jones, who said it was the first time she remembers him calling her since 1995, said she did not return that call. Jones shared the details of her experience exclusively with NBC News in two interviews, one in late October and one at her home on Tuesday. She said she was moved to do so after a series of national and state events, including the Supreme Court's decision this year to overturn federal protections for abortion rights and Zahra's vote against the Michigan ballot proposal. Jones said she was incensed by what she views as hypocrisy by Zahra, since she believes the termination of her pregnancy ultimately helped him build a successful law career, and that his vote was an attempt to deny others a similar choice. Good on that woman. I'm sorry you had to come forward and tell a personal story like that, but thank you. Thank you for doing so. There's another one, content warning. We're going to be talking about abortion still. Remember a few months back Right after Roe v. Wade was overturned and a doctor helped a 10-year-old rape victim cross state lines to receive an abortion, and right-wing media went nuts, claimed it never happened, and then demonized the doctor after they found out it was real. Dr. Caitlin Bernard is now suing the Indiana Attorney General for his bullshit. And good on her.
Tonight, the doctor who's at the center of the abortion debate here in the state of Indiana, is suing Indiana's Attorney General.
You'll remember Todd Rokita said he was investigating Dr. Caitlin Bernard after she reported providing an abortion for a 10-year-old rape victim in Ohio. Our Sierra Putman has been going through this all day.
That's right. So this was a victim that was in Ohio and traveled here to Indiana for the procedure. What have you learned today?
Well, today we're actually seeing some of those consumer complaints that led to this investigation. And Dr. Bernard and another doctor are arguing that the AG's office ignored signs that people making those complaints did not have enough information to prompt further inspection. They want the courts to stop what they call unfounded and improper investigations. Take a look. The lawsuit is 29 pages. At the heart of it is the investigation that AG Todd Rokita announced on Fox News. Looking into whether Dr. Bernard.
What up, Chainsaw? Good evening.
When providing an abortion to that child rape victim. Dr. Bernard's attorneys say the investigation was based on meritless consumer complaints. The case says none of the people who complained were patients of the doctor. They also did not have firsthand knowledge. Instead, got their information from news or social media reports. Dr. Bernard's attorneys now want the court to stop the AG from launching investigations without making sure complaints hold, quote, merit, and to keep complaints confidential per state law. They say some of the AG office's investigations are overbroad and lead to fishing expeditions or retaliatory behavior.
Thank you, Nine Tails.
The lawsuit says the AG is harassing doctors and patients. In response, Rokita's press secretary sent a statement that says concerns about possible violations are, quote, handled in a uniform manner and narrowly focused. You can read the full statement from the AG online. Just go to WTHR.com.
I don't think it's too much to ask that you not investigate shit and go on Fox News and announce it without making sure the claim has merit first. I do not think that's too much to ask.